From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
I'd like to thank the Library of Congress and David M. Rubenstein for selecting Tales and Travel as one of the 2017 Best Practices honorees. I'm here on behalf of the Gail Borden Public Library in Elgin, Illinois, and also present in the audience is Karen Mackey, who is the former Deputy Director at Gail Borden, whose belief in this idea helped turn it into a reality. This morning, we are hearing about a lot of wonderful literacy programs for children and for adults who never learned to read. Our focus is on the end of the age spectrum, for those stricken with Alzheimer's disease or related dementia in the last years of their lives, and there are over 5 million such people in our country today. Our society still attaches a stigma to dementia. We tend to focus on the losses instead of what people can still do. So reading is a skill that's been assumed to be lost, but that is a misconception. Research bears this out. Professor Michelle S. Bourgeois from the University of South Florida states, "All of my research demonstrates that people who were literate maintain their ability to read until the end stages of dementia." In 2007, the International Federation of Library Associations published their guidelines for library services to persons with dementia, and they advocate for the use of books and reading with this population. I developed the Tales and Travel program in 2008 after my own husband was diagnosed with a young onset dementia. I learned that each person with dementia is still a unique individual with their own interests and abilities. Every time we bring Tales and Travel to a new facility, we tend to get the same response from staff, like, "I didn't know that Martha could read," or "I'm amazed that they stayed for the full hour." Assuming that they can no longer read, no one puts books into their hands or invites them to read. So that's where Tales and Travel can make a difference. So how does it work? Each month we take participants on a 1-hour imaginary trip to another country or region of the United States using library materials. We invite them to take turns reading out loud from a folktale, myth, or legend from the chosen location. We often take them from children's, oh, I went too far. Go back. There we go. We often take them from a children's folktale collection. So we retype them in large font to make them easier to read and also to maintain their dignity, as others have mentioned. Those who don't choose to read usually follow along with the printed text or they listen quietly. We also give them 5 interesting facts, inviting them to read these out loud as well. And we often hear comments from the participants such as, "I didn't know that," or "Isn't that amazing?" We then distribute carefully selected adult and children's books for them to browse through. From the adult collection, we take travel books and coffee table books that are richly illustrated with color photographs. But we also bring in related books on the history of the area, the art and architecture, or cooking. Children's books are readily accepted when they are chosen to respect the dignity of this adult audience. Simple vocabulary and lots of white space make these books attractive, especially to those in the later stages of the disease. We do have some samples of the books in the back room for you to take a look at. As they browse, the library staff and volunteers circulate among the participants, engaging them in conversation. They often want to talk about memories from their own lives that are stimulated by the book's contents. This type of socialization is an extremely important part of the program. Tales and Travel received a target grant from the National Network of Libraries of Medicine to study the effectiveness of the program. The study showed really high ratings for the overall success, as you can see in this chart. Other results include increased cognitive and social interactions, improved relationships between individuals with dementia and their caregivers, and a lessening of stigma about people with dementia among the volunteers. So encouraging literacy opportunities with this too often forgotten group of people can and does improve the quality of their lives. The Gail Burton Library received a free provides a free toolkit on its Tales and Travel website to help others replicate the program. Feel free to contact me or Glenna Godinsky. Her contact information is there with more questions or comments. It's our hope that this recognition will inspire librarians and others, including you, to find additional ways to make sure that the gift of books and reading remains an integral part of the lives of those living with dementia. Thank you for your attention and for this wonderful honor.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.